Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Bilco SD685-P. This is a KT190N lifting mechanism lid bracket. The KT190N is the lifting mechanism used on the S40 and S50 models. It's the same lifting mechanism, we understand, as the RPRS 180, except when you do a KT190N, you need the SD685-P upper bracket. And this video is to simply show that bracket to you. Made of steel, a zinc dichromate, which is what gives it that brass type tone. Weighs 0.56 pound. Some basic dimensional properties. Overall depth, I suppose, of the bracket, about 3 inch. Overall width, about 1 inch. Overall projection, about 3.5. Okay. The back of the bracket to the center of the hole for the bolt, about 3 inch. Not a lot to say about this because I don't know necessarily everything there is about this bracket, but people out there have S40 and S50 units and need to replace the lifting mechanisms. Well, this is that bracket that could be purchased as a standalone product. So let's switch now to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, so here is the bracket that we are looking at, and just different perspectives and views on the item. Generally, when someone is going to replace their lifting mechanism, there's no damage to the bracket, and they will bolt up to the same bracket. However, there's instances where the lifting mechanism has been removed and the bracket is also gone, so there are times when you do absolutely need the bracket. So let's take a look at that Bilco S40 and S50 model to see if we can get any type of indication as to what that looks like when it's mounted. Here's an S40. I don't think I'm going to have a nice image of this. Yeah, well, under the drawings that are here, that does indeed show that really well. So that's how your mounting is going to be. Right there. That's part 16. That's a KT360, so let's take a look. Yeah, so this drawing is for a larger unit than what a 190 would have. That's an S20. Let's see, S40. Yeah, here we go. So I was on an S20, forgive me. So an S40, part 16, shows our item there. Part 16, a KT190N. That's what that's going to include. Okay, so pretty handy. Lifting mechanism is right there. And that is linked to down below, so that this document, I mean to say. So you can see the other parts that would go along with it. An S50 is going to use the same KT190 that's listed there, that you can see there. All right, now there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you'll be able to click on that and pull up not only all of the Bilco items we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog, other encyclopedic documents that are here, worksheets and whatnot. If you need a custom lid made, they're going to want us to fill out a worksheet. There's also a couple of old Bilco catalogs, several decades old. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. So, in conclusion, if you have any questions on the SD685-P bracket or any other Bilco item, please let us know. Many times what it boils down to when it comes to identifying a piece of equipment, there's no part number. We don't know what roof hatch necessarily it's coming out of, what it was used in. So photographs emailed to us, maybe a description, possibly the serial number if it's on the sidewall. Bilco maintains a bill of materials for their units, especially when there's a serial number, and those that they don't have serial numbers for, because there was a time that they didn't use serial numbers, with photographs and some information, the composition of the lid, and then of course the depth and the width. They can tell you what you would use because they'll backwards engineer that, so to speak. And what you're going to want to do is always identify the actual equipment that you need, because when that roof hatch was built, it was built engineered to be completely compatible. I had a client call last week and needed a lifting mechanism, and this conversation struck home why it's important to have the original equipment. He said, I've got to get the right lifting mechanism on there, the shock, the client called it, the right shock, because it's 60 feet in the air and someone installed something that was far too heavy, far too light in terms of the spring. The lid was too heavy for what they installed. And that door came down and gave someone a wallop. And it didn't knock them off the scissors lift or where they were. But this stuff has to be put back together the way that it was originally engineered. So no guesswork is what we want to deal with. It's just a bracket, I get that, but Bilco put it there for a reason. So reach out to us. You don't need to call. You're welcome to call, but you just email us. This is what I'm looking for. This is all I know. That sort of business. If you have any questions on the Bilco SD685-P, the S40 and S50 series lid mounting bracket, or any other Bilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.